Welcome to Colorado Netrunner. I'm Luke.
And I'm Brian.
And we're joined today by John from California. How you doing, John?
Hi, guys. I'm not looking forward to watching this, sadly. Not to give away any spoilers or anything.
This is your game versus Josh. Looks like he's playing Kate and you're playing NEH.
So standard competitive decks right now. This is for the regionals finals in May of 2015 at Petrie's Family Games in Colorado Springs. And so you have actually flown out here to see your old buddies from Colorado.
Yay. It was great to see you guys.
It was super great
It
to
was.
see you.
And did not play Netrunner against you.
Which, as we were just talking about, we didn't actually get to play a single game. I've yet to play a game of Netrunner with you in real life, only on Octagon.
You guys should have just done better in the Swiss, so we had to play.
Actually, Josh right here was my kryptonite, and he swept me when I needed a split.
And I had the same with Tobin. I was
Right.
doing great, and Tobin swept me.
Yeah, you guys were close at the end of the round there. You both had shots to make it up. I played Josh in the Swiss, and my Kate fared just fine against his Blue Sun, and my NEH, but the game took a very long time. And so this match, my NEH versus his Kate, went to time, and I had to win. And I felt like I was going to pull that one out. I don't know, maybe Josh felt differently from his side of the table. Apparently I'm losing cards. But I would have preferred to play Kate here against his Blue Sun again, because I really don't like this NEH deck that much, but it is what it is. So I was not feeling great here. I already am clawing my way. We're both clawing our way back through the loser's bracket, and it's late, and we're probably both tired.
Yeah, I remember, I was knocked out of top 16 by my time to win. If I had that time to win, I would have made top 6, or that time to win as a regular would have been top 16. And then, yeah, Josh just swept me. Josh is a great player.
He is.
So.
Yeah, he's also a nice guy. This matchup is... this will be interesting. This is some interesting plays here. This is a very interesting opening. I almost never do this crazy shenanigans that I just did, which is play no money and ice a remote.
This is craziness here.
It is pretty crazy. To be fair, it's late.
I mean, sometimes you got to take those risks.
He's going to go for it, and I'm going to res the wraparound. So what do you think? So if I'm resing wraparound here, what does that tell me?
Oh, this is obviously an Astro.
I would bet on an Astro, because I did the same thing against him.
Okay, so watch this. So he plays the lady.
Mm-hmm.
He plays the lady. And then I have the sound turn. I don't know what I'm saying to him. I don't know if I'm getting in his head or what the deal is. But he went ahead and played the lady. It cost him 0 credits to make this run now. Okay? So what is he worried about?
I'd say he might be worried about a snare.
I can't mid-season him. I played no money.
True.
He's seen my deck. He knows what I'm up to, right? So he just monies up again.
Yeah, he's having the money for a snare, so.
Interesting. So something's got him spooked.
Yeah, I was totally, at this point in the game, I'm, totally perplexed. But I totally take this Astro anyway, because I don't know. Yeah, somehow he had the breaker in hand, and he went for it.
I mean, maybe he was just, assuming it'd be a San, and just wanted to tax you a little bit or something.
Why would he play the lady if he's not going to actually go back in and run again? So, but he's probably just as tired as I am, and we're probably both going to make a lot of mistakes this game. But I really, really got lucky on that.
Very true.
This is the downside, is I'm about to get immediately punished because I went broke to do this.
But that's the thing. He knew he had that in hand. If he thought it was an Astro, it might have been some next-level thinking where he knew you would score it, and that it's worth it in order to get...
True, if he could get 2, 3 off the top.
It's not really to trade the scored Astro for maybe 2 to maybe 4 points.
It's probably not.
I don't think so.
But it would certainly be tempting because it's almost certainly going to work out for him here. A free indexing is just unbelievably good.
No, he gets a Beal, and I think maybe another breaking news too, which that's good for him because he knows that I want to mid-season him, so if he can score agendas early, he's going to take away.
Especially while you have no credits.
I guess he just got a Beal here. Maybe he steals a breaking news out of hand. I don't remember. It's already been a month, hasn't it, since we did this?
Yeah, it's been a little while.
It's been a while, yeah.
Maybe only a couple weeks.
I think it's about 3 weeks ago. So
Okay.
Hey, Trash Jackson, as you do.
Well, I'm just happy to have pulled that Astro out, even though that was not a very good play. And he's running like crazy while I have no money, which
Strike while the iron's hot.
is probably a good idea. Oh, he's going to steal NAPD. Yeah, because I can't mid-season here at all, so... I don't know why I went for that Astro playing the remote. No clue what I was thinking. Somehow it worked, but it also didn't work because now it's 4-2.
So what did you play over R&D, if you remember?
Probably like Gutenberg or something. Maybe Data Raven. It can't be pop-up or I'd have rezzed it.
Yes, true.
And now I'm just going to try to start wasting his time and lady counters behind that wraparound.
And that's the way to deal with ladies, to just try to burn out those counters.
And I don't remember if Josh was running Clot or not. I don't think he was. But I don't think I knew that because I don't think it came up in our other game. I was mostly scoring agendas from the table, not from the hand.
Yeah, just a one of means that SMC will threaten it.
Right, but I believe he said he wasn't running it afterwards. So, and I believe actually, well, when he goes on to play the final game against another NEH that's playing more fast advanced Grail, I want to say it was, Clout would have served him very well in that matchup. So, by not having it, I think that cost him the last game.
Mm-hmm.
So, we know what that means. It means slot the Clot, guys.
Absolutely. I don't trust relying on other people to run it. Granted, I wouldn't run it out of anything but Shaber.
Or Anarch.
Or Noise, maybe.
And Noise, when it's mostly just a blank virus, and especially if you're running clone chips anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Max with clone chip is doable.
But yeah, without the recursion or the SMC, the ability to threaten it indirectly, it's certainly still good, but you want to be able to slow down the corp without having to actually play it, is the ideal. But then have it to back up the bluff, if they call it.
Yeah. He's murdered 2 of my Jacksons here.
Man.
That's got to be disconcerting.
He is not child-friendly.
Yeah, I'm not having a good time of it here. I got a pad online. That's always good. But, 4-2, not where I really want to be, especially when he's got me outmoneyed. Now, this is, I think, one of my biggest mistakes of this game. If I could take anything back, I probably should take that Astro Rush back, but the fact that I scored it means what are you going to do? It was not a good play in retrospect. But this, I'm assuming it's what comes up here next, is I think what I totally did wrong. That's okay. Yeah, targeted marketing, and I'm naming, I think I named prepaid voice pad. And that was a mistake. I've seen a dirty laundry and 2 sure gambles. I 100% should say Lucky Find right here.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad choice.
Because that's most of his remaining economy. And I need to slow that economy down so that he can't put lots more pressure on me. And so saying prepaid, not a huge hindrance to him because he's still going to have economy cards. But if I name half of his remaining economy cards, that's a much stronger play.
I agree with that.
So yeah, if I could have anything back, it's that right there. I love targeted marketing. I think we were talking about it in the last video. And all day long, it was great for me, and it did some work, and it was fun. But here, it's late at night. I'm kind of tired. That was definitely a... There it is. There's a Lucky Find right there. You know, looking at it from outside, saying prepaid was the wrong call. I can't name breakers at this point because I don't know what his code gate breaker is for sure. It could be Sai, it could be Gordian, it could be a split, Zoo, Sai, something. And I'm probably not going to rely on Enigmas anyway, and he already has Lady out. So I have to name Economy or Plascrete, but that's not, I don't know if he even has that. So Lucky Find was the clear choice, and I totally botched it on that one. Live and learn. Take note, people that play targeted marketing.
I mean, as mistakes go, that one's pretty minor, but I do agree that Lucky Find was the right choice there.
I think it cost me this game. I think if I had said Lucky Find, he's going to be much slower. Data Raven's going to do work here, taxing, keeping him off much R&D pressure, and I'm going to be able to stabilize more. But if he can still money up with event economy, I'm never going to get into mid-seasons range. And if he steals even like one more agenda, mid-seasons is basically off the table. So see, I told you it was Gutenberg, and then I added a Data Raven. So I made that basically just super taxing since I know that's where his win condition is right now.
Unfortunately, he doesn't have any resources out, so you can't do any automatic tag punishment.
He knows he can't float tags against me, or I will murder him with all kinds of meat damage.
Is he on second click right now?
I think he might be even on first click. I think last turn he might have dieseled first click and then run second click.
Okay, so he can clear the tags.
Yeah, and I can't afford to increase the Data Raven trace by much.
Which is a shame.
What's a shame here is I think he floats this tag for a turn, but I can't punish it because I actually don't have... He knows that to do traffic accident I need 2 tags, so he clears 1 tag. And he hopes that I can't like money double Scorch,
Mm-hmm.
which I can't. I'm making all kinds of mistakes here, see? So it is late at night. We've played a lot of Netrunner today, right?
So your money's stabilized a little bit.
Yeah. I just played another pad, in case you missed it. Does he even have a prepaid in hand that is being blocked by target marketing? I'm not sure if he does.
I haven't been able to tell.
I mean, do you even want to play your prepaid at this point?
At this point, he just wants to get some multi-access for R&D.
Yeah.
He won't play it to give me 10 credits. That would be the worst thing ever for him. But like I said, naming Lucky Find would have been a much smarter play.
He's played his economy anyways. Like, he's only got a couple of economy cards left.
That's one thing in my favor. If I can just, slowly get some money before he can steal the last few points, I might be okay. But right now, R&D is not, he can walk right in there. He just has to get tagged up. The other downside is all my meat damage is just not in hand. He can take all the tags in the world and it won't matter.
If I were going I'd be worried about a Maker's Eye that could potentially close up the game.
Yep, it's exactly what I'm worried about right now. There's just, my deck doesn't really have any ice that will keep people out of stuff. The idea is that you murder them, right? And I've played against a decent amount of NEH Scorch, and it's kind of terrifying to play against because any face-down card feels like it might be breaking news that they're just going to kill you with.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like they always have like Scorch, traffic accident in hand. When I play the other side of it, when I play as NEH, I constantly feel like I'm about to lose because all of my ice is like toilet paper and they can just walk right through it and score all the agendas. So it's quite an interesting double-edged sword.
It's like it says something about the human condition.
Right. Yeah.
Thankfully, your toilet paper here at least takes off tokens.
The double wraparound is nice against Lady. He's only going to be able to run so many times without having to burn clone chips or scavengers or something like that. Find scavengers. But he's probably going to look to make multi-access runs, not just single card runs. So I'm buying myself some time at least. He's not going to want to waste Lady counters just pinging for one card.
Nor is he going to want to clear 2 tags just to get a single R&D.
That Data Raven Gutenberg combo is probably going to shore up R&D pretty good until he finds some hard-hitting multi-access. Maybe a same old thing for an indexing again to C5. But then he's got to, same old thing, and if he sees an agenda, he's probably got to bury it so he has time to clear the tags and then go back in a few turns down the road.
If he sees 2, he could just walk in and claim the game.
But he could just walk in a bunch of times, exactly. It's not going to keep him out at all, so... Not sure why I iced the archives. I'm not, data suckers, not what's he going to... I guess for the parasite build-up.
Yeah, I think that's the right call.
Right, well, the Dirty Laundries are mostly gone now. He's played 2 of them, so... If he had all 3 left, I definitely would be happy to put ice there, but I don't think he's going to run archives just for data sucker tokens that much. I could be wrong, though. At the time, I'm worried about him parasiting ice, but, because that's once he parasites that R&D ice, it's going to get...
Or if he parasites a wraparound, which...
Or he parasites wraparounds, which is what he just did.
It's a nice way to save lady counters.
Yeah, I think that's a smart play for him. Like, he knows
Mm-hmm.
that he's only going to be able to get in a few times if he doesn't find a different way past those wraparounds. So, and now he's probably never going to run that pad campaign. So it's just the.
And if I'm not mistaken, you haven't Jacksoned yet.
He murdered 2 of my Jacksons already.
Yeah, so it's extremely high likelihood of at least one agenda at hand, if not more than one. So I think this is the right play on his part.
And he just sees the damage. So. I don't remember if I actually had any in hand or not at this point. Now, if I get any agenda, I can score it out with Astro. If I'm really nervous about him taking it.
Unless it's an NAPD.
And I finally got to money up here, so I spent these last few turns kind of trying to stabilize. So here I'm going to probably look for some more ice for HQ. And I know a lot of his money cards are gone, so I'm just kind of trying to stay ahead of him on money, but that Symmetrical Visage is kind of working like a prepaid for him where he's getting a credit from it every turn anyway, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, Symmetrical Visage is awesome. I've had good results with it lately.
There's a second Lucky Find, so he would have been able to play either of those if I had targeted market for that, and he would be much poorer as a result. So clearly, that was a huge mistake. And I'm always good at spotting mistakes after the fact, and not during the game, right?
That's always how that works.
Yeah, and another clone ship. Because why not? It's free.
Kate McCaffrey, so good. I want to lead a little crusade to try to get people to start calling her Mac, because Riel Kit is her nickname, but everybody calls her Kit. Kate Mac is her nickname, but nobody calls her Mac, and I think that's unjust.
Hey, and there's another Astro script.
So I'm trying to ride the Astro Train. I gave him a second to clot there, but as I said before, I'm pretty sure he didn't have it at all. I just need to swing a couple more out before he gets some kind of multi-access event that will make running worthwhile. Which he probably has by now, because he's dieseled, he's babied a few times.
Hey, pop-up window.
She's immediately parasiting.
And sadly, the only ice I could find was a pop-up. I would have loved an Enigma for my hand right here. But the problem is, when I installed that Astro for NEH and drew a card, I believe I drew into another agenda.
Oh, that's the worst.
So it looks like he didn't have enough MU.
Memory. I'm calling him out on the memory here. He's short. He tries to parasite that pop-up. And that's an important skill to have as the corporation. You always want to pay attention to the runners. Like, a lot of times when we shortcut these steps of, like, get the parasite out, immediately kill the ice, you forget that he was at full memory for that. And there's the breaking news. I would have loved to have that. I was totally going to score that next turn and be in a much more threatening position. But I drew that off the NEH install for the Astro script, and there's an example of where the NEH powers are double-edged swords, right? The draw, the acceleration is really good for you, but it also can be bad sometimes. I think I have an NAPD in hand that's been sitting here for a while, and guess what? There it is.
Yep. Magic fingers.
So, yeah, as soon as he parasited that pop-up, I was like, this is not going to end well. The thing is he came in for single accesses, which I play a lot of Kate. I'm usually loath to do that. I would not want to run single accesses. But after he steals that breaking news, if he doesn't steal the NAPD also, he loses that game. Because I have money on him. I mid-season scorched traffic. He loses the game. So it was pretty funny that at the end there, he had to pull a 2 out of 5 and then a 1 out of 4 to win. And if he only pulls one of those, then he loses instead. So, I mean, he could have just leg worked. That would have, also been bad for me. But, live fast with the Astro, die fast too sometimes.
Absolutely. Well, fantastic game. Sorry it didn't go better.
That puts me in third place and out for the night. And it was a great tournament. You guys were awesome down there. It was cool to come out and see what the Colorado meta is like.
More prepaid than we expected.
Played a bunch of great players. Yeah, exactly. And that NEH deck actually did really well on the day. It only lost, sadly, this game. And maybe one other one. So, it's a pretty strong deck. I don't feel that way, like I said, when I play it. But when I play against it, it's terrifying. So,
exactly. Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us, John.
Thanks a lot, guys.
And thanks for watching. We'll see you in cyberspace.
The interwebs.